My name's Tony Waring. I'm chairman of Working Heritage Group, and as such I am one of the volunteers at the Helena Thompson Museum. My role mainly is quite ranging, because I do everything from managing monthly meetings, to meet with the council, down to actually painting, gardening, cleaning and everything else that our volunteers do as well. I'm also involved as chairman with the Towns Fund group and the Jane Pitt group and the Working Hall group as representing the Heritage Group of Workington. The typical role of a volunteer here is very, very wide ranging. We have a fantastic group of volunteers, about 20 to 25 people, and we can do anything from gardening, to caring for the artefacts, to in particular catering for weddings and other sorts of things that we do in the museum. But what's important to probably recognise is that we were awarded the Queen's Award for Volunteers in 2016, and that's a fantastic award, because it's the only group that's been awarded this in the west coast, down the west coast of Cumbria. And it's in the letter that we got from the from the Queen, was that it was the MBE for volunteers. So our volunteers all think, great, wonderful, we've all got the MBE, which is great. It is a terrific award for them. It's quite odd actually, because I chose to be a volunteer because I thought a lot of Workington Hall. I remember it before it was made into this horrible ruin that it is. And I understood that the museum were going to try and do something at Workington Hall, so I came along to the museum and volunteered to be a volunteer. And once I got in here and got involved, I could see what the museum was doing through Helena Thompson's will to help the community, to help the people in the town, and to provide what they could for the community that the community couldn't always afford, like an affordable wedding or whatever. And so I got fully involved in it then, and it's just carried on from there. I ended up as chairman, and that was over 10 years ago, and we just carried on from there, and hopefully we will be moving with Mark's help towards Workington Hall, which we're doing it now. Well, the way we supported the community during the pandemic goes back about 5 years actually. It goes back to when we had our last big flood, longer than 5 years, and myself and the guy called Hughie Stamper, which was the ex-chief of police here, recognised a need within the community to help out in a flood situation where, you know, we go and knock on doors and let them know something was happening, give them some confidence that there was people out there that could help them. We also had the museum as a reception centre for if they wanted to, you know, to leave straight away, we could bring them to the museum until the county council set up, or Allerdale set up, a proper reception centre. And when we talked to the community, they thought it was a fantastic idea, so we set it up. Thankfully we didn't have much to do. We were fully equipped. We based here at the museum, but thankfully because we didn't have a flood in this time, then we were okay. But then when COVID came along, we were approached by the county council to say, how can you help during COVID? So in the first lockdown, we set up here with an office, and we recruited about 60 volunteer street wardens throughout Workington to go out and help the community, to do the shopping, to take a message, to go to the post office for them and do that sort of thing. So, and it was fantastic. The response from the local community, who were all volunteers, was brilliant. So we've got all those on record. We know where they are, what streets they cover, etc. So when the second wave hit, we had the same people again were there and available, but a lot of them were already doing it anyway, because they just automatically clicked into it because they'd been helping and they got friendly with the people on their street, let's say. And they were the same with the third one, so that it was a lot easier. The second and third one were a lot easier than the first one. The first one was really, really hard work setting it up. What we need to say is thank you to all the volunteers we've had over the last 12 months, and the volunteers that have worked with the museum on the catering and everything else. I mean, it's been fantastic. All the volunteers that were working with us for whatever, for the emergency group, and especially the volunteers in the museum. They're really, really appreciated. Thanks to them all.